He's currently the
No.
29th pitcher off the board, 129th overall. It's nearly 2 full rounds later, towards the end of the 10th round. Uh, the thing with Hill is, if his numbers have really been so good since his resurgence at the tail end of
Mm.
2015 with Boston. But I can't knock Zach Greinke in good conscience for getting old, and then look at a pitcher even older than he is who can't stay healthy on top of it all and place a badge of confidence on him. Like I said, there's really nothing you can say bad about him over the last 2 years when he is healthy and on the mound. But
Mm.
he's going to be 37 in March, and last year was only the second time in his career that he's put together 20 or more starts. He was basically a freshman in high school when I was a senior, and if you're in that range, you're old. So yes, I'm absolutely playing the age card with Rich Hill. I think if you can count on him to be out there, yes, he's going to put up ace numbers, but he's only getting older and he's had health issues in the past. So why am I wasting a pick on a guy that's going to sit on my DL, and the guy that I get to replace him in my rotation for the starts he misses isn't even going to come close to replicating Hill's value. So to me, it's just a waste of a pick that high.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I am a Rich Hill fan. I will say, the big issue is the blisters, especially the way that he's spinning that curveball and as frequently as he has. That obviously, impeded his seasons last year. But the numbers were phenomenal when he did pitch. We're talking about a 10.5 K per nine. The walks were in check. 2.69, walk per 9 innings. Swing and strike rate was 10.6%, which is down a little bit from the previous season, but still good. He's kind of an anomaly because he's a pitcher that had a resurgence, and he really almost reworked himself. Where he used to throw about 4 or 5 different pitches, he still does to a certain extent, but he predominantly throws 2 pitches. He throws his curveball as much as anybody in baseball. And the thing about him is, spin rate wise, it's a top 5 pitch. In terms of pitch values, other than Jose Fernandez, rest in peace, he had the best curveball in baseball. So now you can obviously say that he probably has the best curveball in baseball. The thing that's funky about Hill is he actually works up in the zone with a curveball, which is unusual. His sequencing is a little bit different. The pitch is just so nasty, and everything sort of plays off of that. Hitters have a tough time making any contact with him. He was 17th in contact percentage. If you look at it by, pitchers that 100 innings or more last year, 75.3% of the pitches that hitters are swinging at, that Hill's throwing, they make contact with, which is incredibly low. He's right within range with, Scherzer and some of those guys that are, top of the league. It's all just a few percentage points. So I do like Hill from what he gives you. But as you said, the big question is, how many starts is he going to give you? If you could tell me right now that Rich Hill is going to make 30 starts, I'll buy in all day at that price tag. I have him, around 118th overall, which I think you said is around the 10th round. He's a guy that'd be happy to grab, but the problem is he going to stay healthy? And the way he throws that curveball, the fact that I think it was probably, part of the issue with his blisters, there's some concerns there that I'm not necessarily sure. It's a risk reward pick. If you get 30 starts, 28 starts even out of Hill, I think you did well on draft day. If he's hurt all season again and he makes 15 to 20, you really paid a premium for him.
Yeah, so you're basically surmising that this is legitimate what he's done the last 2 years. Remade himself. He figured it out. Maybe towards the tail end of his playing days, but he still figured it out. As we've both alluded to, he's putting up ace numbers when he is healthy. But let's just say it's 25 starts. Let's just say it's 150 innings as your season. Are you still valuing him as a guy that you're going to take with one of your first 10 picks?
If it's, it depends on the format. If it's a redraft league where there's start limits, and let's say that, you have 180 starts throughout the year, that doesn't bother me so much because I'm going to be relying heavily on relievers to fill up my numbers anyway. So I'm okay with taking a chance on a guy like that when I know that those 25 starts are going to be really good. They're going to help my ratios. He's going to have the Ks there. He's not going to hurt me with my whip. If it's a league, like a head-to-head league where you need to roll out starters every week, that's probably some place that I would proceed with caution with Hill. I just think it depends upon the format. If you're limited with starts, he's somebody I'll take a chance on. If it's a league where you want to have as many starts as possible because you're going head to head and you're trying to get as many 2-start pitchers, as many starts as possible, Hill's somebody they probably discount a little bit, if that makes sense.